Hello, this is Jennifer with Women Loving Jesus, and today we are on Proverbs 13:21. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteousness good shall be repaid. So, what this verse is saying is punishment follows sinners, and good is repaid to those who follow God. One of the questions I sometimes get is, how do we know what God is saying, where God is leading? And this could be, how do we know necessarily if this is a punishment from God or reward? And some of y'all are thinking, well, that's pretty easy. If it seems to be good, it must be from God. If it seems to be bad, it must be from Satan. But really, the way spiritual life works and spiritual battle works, that doesn't apply, because you have those who are doing God's work and evil will come against them, and it may appear to be a punishment to some people, but it's really the warfare of that person is following God, and so the enemy's coming against them trying to stop them. Whereas someone could seem to be rewarded, and they may say, oh, well, they must be doing God's work because they're being rewarded. But what it can be is just a distraction from really following God's plan. And so you can't use that formula. So what I did is broke it down a little bit. The first thing, you can't look at the item itself to say, okay, this is a reward or this is a punishment. I'm going to use ice cream, for example. Some of you think ice cream is always good, so therefore there is no way it could be a punishment. But ice cream can be bad for you if you, first of all, eat it way too much, or it can even be seen as a distraction if you're eating ice cream before your meal, or if you're trying to lose a little bit of weight, ice cream becomes a distraction, becomes something bad. So the first thing is not to look at the thing itself to determine, is this a reward or a punishment? The second thing is, people can't tell you if it's a punishment or reward. Because obviously, get on the internet and you're going to see all sorts of things. I mean, let's use ice cream for example. If you go on the internet to figure out, okay, is ice cream going to be my reward or not? Is it good or is it not good? You can find, and there's a context in all of this too. How much ice cream you eat, what kind. There's healthier ice creams, obviously. There's some that are not so good. What's your portion control? How often you eat the ice cream? So there's going to be people who are going to agree with you and say, no, this is a reward. No, this is a punishment. This is bad. And it can get very confusing even more if you start seeking people to tell you if this is a reward or a punishment. Really, when it comes down to it, where we know is if this isn't a reward or a punishment is not from the thing itself, is not from people itself, but from God itself. And we get that by spending time with God every day in prayer, worship, and with His Word. There's lots of reasons to spend that time with Him every day, but this is one of them. Is in our quiet times, when our times with God, God can definitely tell us if this is a punishment or if this is a reward. He can tell us if this is a distraction or if this is from Him. And this is one of the reasons to meet with Him every day, because He will let us know. He can let us know if, no, that's not from me. That is from the devil. Or He can let us know, this is from me. It's okay. And it is through that time that we learn to know who God is. We learn to follow God in that private time. And He definitely starts making things a lot clearer to us. So one of the things is, I think we should take from this is to really spend some time with the Lord to figure out what He's trying to tell us in our life. And you know what? If we figure out that we've maybe thought something was wrong because we listened to people or we looked at things differently, it's okay. Go to the Lord now and just start establishing, even if I have 1 minute a day, I'm going to spend with you. I'm going to spend 1 minute a day, try to figure out how I can start hearing from you, how I can start following you and hearing your message clearer. So I pray that the Spirit of the Lord with this scripture today has helped you.